Alright, hello, I'm Jog, and welcome to Final Fantasy III. Kinda like what I just did with, well, Zelda 2. I recently played Final Fantasy 1 earlier this year, so I thought, I'm in a bit of a Final Fantasy mood, so why not go from 1 to 3? I've only played this game twice. This is a Pixel remake, just like the first game. And just like the first game, we also get to name 4 random characters. Unlike the first time, though, I actually have names in store for them, so I'll be back in just a second. Alright, and here we go. We got John, George, Paul, and Ringo. Set forth to go out on an adventure throughout the world. Let's begin. Into the silence, one of Galen's prophecies, the Great Earthquake, was only the beginning. The tremors tore the land of thunder, the crystals, south of the world's light, were swallowed into the depths as monsters emerged from the chasms of the scorched earth. Yet, there was nothing compared to the catastrophe to come. Something fathomless, ominous, and laden with sorrow looms on the horizon. But hope is not yet gone completely. 4 souls will be blessed with the power of light, and so it shall begin. Four orphan youths, raised by Topa in the walled village of were set out to test their mettle. They came across a cave, one at the very same that formed when the crystals were lost to the earth. What started as a simple game of exploration became so much more. Ow! Ugh. Looks like we fell through a sinkhole. Now what do we do? You sure it's a good idea? Maybe we can climb out? You wanted to go exploring. Don't be such a scaredy cat. Hey, quit squabbling, you two. We need to find a way out of here. And so the game begins. And, well, naturally that's a lie. We're still in the automated cutscene part. Now the game begins. Fighting off goblins. Well, there's something we can do right now. We can attack, defend, change our row, or try to flee. I say we attack. And if I press X just to go to speed things up a little bit. We did it! Yeah, but goblins. What are those monsters doing here? Oh, way over our heads. Let's get out of here as fast as possible. So, yes. Thank you. We are in... Well, I don't want to say the location name yet, but we'll just say this is a cave. In this cave, there are 4 normal enemies for us to find out here. Also, some loot. That's not too bad. I'll take that shield. And, well, we got nothing for anybody else. Although we did get a potion, which healed us for 50. Not a whole lot, but we also don't have that much... Huh? What is it? There's something strange about that rock. Now that you mention it. Thank you, game. So yeah, so 4 heroes are going out through this cave, and, well, there's not really much we can really do. Another laser shield, I'll gladly accept that one. Give that to you for right now. Ooh, back attack, okay. So, back attacks, how this works is that the enemies get the first strike. It also means that our characters that were in the front row are now in the back row, and the back row now in the front row. Also, did we... We got experience for that, right? Okay, I'll say yes. It didn't show their total experience. That's odd. I didn't see the number go up. But if I actually look, we can see Onion Knight, John. Onion Knight is what is known as their job. I'll be talking more about these later on, but Onion Knight, since it's the starting job, is something that starts off as one of the worst, but if you put a lot of time and dedication into it, can be a very powerful thing. Ooh, Ambush. Ambush is kind of like the back attack, except instead of our rows being swapped, the enemy gets to go first, and we don't get to do anything. Thankfully, though, these goblins are pretty weak to start things off. But like I said, there are other monsters for us to find out here, and if you're trying to complete a bestiary, we're going to want to try and find the other 3. Here we go. These are 2 of the other ones. Carbuncle and Blue Wisp, which means we're only missing 1 more. So I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, the thing I'm probably gonna do the most is probably have the auto battle go off, just because the fights kind of get a little bit slow. If I have any complaint, it's that I wish there was a way to speed up the fights without having it just go into auto battle. But, it is what it is. And right now we're not doing anything but attacking. Oh, and here's another thing. George and Ringo got their job levels increased to level 2. So everyone's gonna start off at job level 1. And, well, we can't see actually their job levels. It says level, but that's something else entirely. Job levels start at level 1 and go all the way up to level 99. Now, classes can have different things with different job levels. Hey, look, a spring! But why does it have an odd color? Let's take a sip. I'm not too sure about this. Carbuncle, Blue Wisp. No, I'm still waiting for one more. And I'll know it when I see it. Okay, there we go. John and Paul also got their job level increase. That's great. Also, everybody got a level up. John only got some extra health. Paul got extra health. George got extra health, and Ringo got extra health. Okay. We'd like some extra attack power, but it is what it is. Now I feel energized. Our health and magic has been restored, as well as any KO'd or knocked out allies came back as well. Arctic Wind, that's an item, deals ice damage. Save those, save those, save those. Do not waste them on these common fodder that get killed so easily. I think before I go through this door, I want to see if I can find that last monster. But job levels, how they work is that essentially, when your character performs an action in battle, they gain job experience. But I believe, so attacking. If they're going to attack, they actually need to land the hit. If they attack and miss, they don't get any job experience. If you have them set up to attack, but they don't attack because all the monsters died, they also don't get experience. Here we go, the last monster, the Eye Fang. And, well, I would love to give you the actual information about the monsters, like, what's their health, how much experience, how much money do they give you. Issue being this was that when I was actually looking this up for doing this, I was finding different information, and because there's different versions of this game, and I couldn't find the stats for specifically this game. Also, if you hit LOL, you can change between the different characters, so that's cool. Oh god! What's going on? Malicious force attacks the party. Here we go. We've got a land turtle. You can attack, you can attack. I want to say defending also counts for performing an action, so you're going to try and grind up job levels. Maybe having somebody defend and someone else attacking might be good. Anyways, land turtle, this is the boss of this location. It's going to have a lot of health as evident of the... Well, maybe we didn't need that second Arctic Wind, but okay. Too bad for John, he didn't get any job experience, but that's fine. Everyone still gets normal experience anyways, and another level up. Health, 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 and health. What's up with this crystal? The crystal shines brightly. You four have been chosen. The crystal's talking! I give unto thee the last of my light, and with it, the last hope of a fading world. As things stand now, light will soon disappear, and the balance of the world will be destroyed. Accept the light into your hearts, and the crystals will grant you unimaginable strength. You have been chosen to be the bearers of our final chance at hope. You cannot allow the light to fade from the world. With that, the party is enveloped in a bright light. Within the light, the world of crystals surged through them. They decided to accept their destiny. And so began a journey to dispel the darkness and return light to the world. The young heroes received the crystal's power. And with it, the world's last light of hope. What's that? We now have the new jobs of Warrior, Monk, White Mage, Black Mage, and Red Mage available to us. We don't have Thief! So, out of all the starting jobs from the original Final Fantasy, Thief is the only one that we don't get right off the bat, but that's fine. Set upon the Magic's sigil to be transported to the surface. Embrace your destiny, Warriors of Light. So, jobs. I do want to try and use every job in the game. We won't be maxing them out, but I do want to try and use every single one of them. So, from my personal experience, and this is not like using a guide or anything, Warriors I feel like are a good mix of attack and defense. They aren't going to be the strongest hitters, but they can make up for that for having pretty good defense. Monks, I want to say, are very hard hitting. They hit hard, they hit fast, but the issue is that they lack defenses of, say, a warrior. So, I want to say they usually make up for that for having higher HP, but you want to be a little bit careful with them. White Mage is essentially your healer. They use what is known as White Magic to essentially be able to heal up the party, get rid of status elements, or usually attack undead. Black Mage uses what is known as Black Magic, or attacking magic usually. So, fire, ice, thunder, or maybe something that could help with the party, that being increasing their speed or increasing their strength. And the Red Mage is a combination of the Warrior, the White Mage, and the Black Mage. It is essentially a... what's the one I'm looking for? Skill of many, but master of none. He will not be as strong as the Warrior, nor will his spells be as good as a White Mage or a Black Mage. But the fact that he can do all those things is what makes him valuable. I'm going to say for right now, I'm going to not recommend having a White Mage or a Black Mage. We will go for them, there is a reason. But I think rather than going for either of those, I'd rather have 2 Red Mages, a Warrior, and a Monk. And the Monk is completely fine being unarmed, so that is completely fine. Also, we have an extra knife, which I'm just going to give to my Warrior, because what's better than 1 knife? 2 knives. And you can actually, you can just see how much his attack increased. Yeah, these guys can have the shields. I want to see, unlike Final Fantasy 1, where it was like 50%, 25%, and then 12.5% each. I think every character has that base 25% chance of being targeted by an attack. The only difference is that if you put them into the back row, which would be going over them and hitting them twice to send them to the back row. Back row meaning that they deal less damage, but also take less damage. Which is a great thing to have your mages in the back, but not so great for the other ones. Right now, let's just teleport out of here. One reason you might be asking me is, why do I have the Red Mages up on top, but the Warrior and the Monk at the bottom? Is there a reason for that, or is it just random? I do have a reason for that. The reason being is that I tend to go for the auto battle a lot. Also, if we look at the map, we can actually see secrets like this. The map kind of breaks a lot of the secrets that can be found out in the game. Silent Gill, thank you. Usually I find myself going to auto battle a lot in this. And attack, 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 attack. Since I usually find that I go into auto battle a lot in this game, having the ability to just not have to worry about the other two. So, what's the one I'm looking for? So, let's say if I had a Black Mage and a White Mage. I might want to deal with their magic in a specific way. Like, okay, I want my White Mage to be doing X, and my Black Mage to be doing Y. But my Warrior and my Monk don't have to be worrying about doing anything. So, rather than telling, okay, fighter, attack, Monk, attack, and then dealing with the White Mage and the Black Mage, I can be like, okay, White Mage, you do this, Black Mage, do this, and just hit the auto battle just to get everything going. Okay, we got some good stuff out here. My Warrior can go from knives to actual longsword, so that's cool. You guys, I could give you an extra knife. It lowers your defense, but I think right now I care more about attack. The Monk actually gets nunchucks. So as you see, it lowers his accuracy but increases his attack. I've heard conflicting ideas about it. Like, some say he's better off without it, and some say he is better with them. Ooh, sleep. That is actually magic, which thankfully can be learned, as well as unlearned by anybody. So, that's the nice thing about magic. Well, nice and bad. So I only had one spell of sleep, so I can only give it to one person. But if, say, John no longer becomes a red mage and becomes a warrior, I can take that magic off of him and then put that on somebody else. Also, if we go to magic, we can see that both John and... Huh. Okay, you can't use magic. Well, I'm assuming that's just because they don't have anything. But John has 0 out of 5 level 1 magic. If you know anything about Final Fantasy 1, or I guess Dungeons & Dragons, they go for spell charges. So that's how you can do attacks. Also, is it Y? No, it's X to get to a map, and if you hit Y, you can get to a world map. This will thankfully tell me, hey, how many chests are in a location, as well as are there any hidden items. So I got 14 out of 14 chests, meaning that this location is done. I can go back down to that cave and go back to where we were, or I can just leave and try to move on. So I'm just going to leave and try to move on. Also, I was talking about this, but I never finished. Job levels. How they work is that some characters, well, characters usually will get better at whatever their job is as their job level increases. I want to say usually for something like, say, the monk, having a higher job level means that he will attack a bit more because he's more used to being it, whereas being a mage means I think their attack powers will get a little bit stronger. But don't quote me on that one. I know there are specific jobs where you get specific abilities upon leveling the job level up, or usually a special skill becomes more powerful, like I mentioned before. But I can't be 100% certain on that one. Anyways, welcome to the town of Ur, I believe this is. Why? If it isn't you four rascals, where are you running off to? What's that? Saving the world? Aren't you a bit old for make-believe? We go over here, we can see there are 6 hidden items and 8 chests found in the town of Ur, so let's look around. The wellspring water from the sanctuary can restore the health of those who receive the light of the crystals, even from the brink of death. King Sasune's castle lies to the west. He rules a region surrounded by the Paramillenni Mountains, including this village. This houses the town of Kazus, but no one ventures out that far since the Great Earthquake. What had it that the route is overrun with monsters, yes. If we see it this way, we can see 3 buildings. That is a magic building, a defensive building, and an attack-based building. So here we'll find swords, here we'll find shields, and the other ones we'll find magic. Before I worry about that, though, let's look around. We should never leave home without a spell of cure. I saw one in the shed deep within the thicket. Careful though, there are monsters along the path. Oh, that great earthquake hit. The crystal altar sank down to the ground. Oh, the world is destined for ruin. Let me keep it in mind. Also, I didn't mention it. B button makes you run. Well, B, at least for the Switch Pro controller. Potion! I'm playing this on PC also, by the way. I'm picking flowers. I'm playing this on the PC, and the reason I don't have anything like, say, different text is that I want to make this as vanilla as possible. Oh my, you're a tenacious bunch to find me out in here. Tell you what, I'll give you my secret potion stash. Just check the well. That's very nice of you. Potion! Potion! Another potion! That's good. But yes, this guy was telling us about Spell of Cure, but he also told us we could find one out here. Be a little bit careful, as they're all monsters found out this way. They're supposed to be monsters. There we go. One thing, it's just always goblins out. Ooh, preemptive! Preemptive strikes means that we always will be able to attack without the enemy doing anything for the first round. So that means with my characters, I get 4 free attacks in before the enemy does anything, and then potentially get another 4 attacks before the enemy can do anything if we get lucky. See the candle, furthest to the right. Furthest to the right. There is actually a switch hidden for a hidden door. Blah, I cannot read apparently, which is not good. Antidote! Antidote! Nothing. Ow, 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 ow! Ow, 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 ow! Good chunk. Yeah, I like this. This is the tutorial location. The stone location. But so I really do appreciate how they actually have this set up to at least... If you actually decide to explore it, it encourages you, and you can actually find stuff like all this. Leather armor, dagger, cure, leather armor, longsword. Oh, keep hitting all the wrong things. Okay, you can get the leather armor, you get the leather armor, you got a dagger, a knife, and the bronze bracer. Hold on. No, we can't. Okay, that stinks. Okay, you can get the bracer. And can you not? No. Okay. Oh, that's something else you could do. You could, instead of dual-wielding weapons, you could dual-wield shields. I'm sure there is a use for that. I just could not tell you what that is. Also, didn't I get an extra longsword? Yes, I did. So if I decide to make another warrior, I could just have someone else with a longsword. And, actually, could you also? Yeah, I could have a longsword and a dagger instead of a dagger and a knife. Actually, you know what? Since you got the dagger, we'll give you the bronze bracer. It's only an extra 1 defense, but it also has 1 evasion. Yeah, I don't have much luck. I don't have high health for that evasion. And also, I forgot to also mention, if we actually look at the jobs, we can actually see their job levels. So, Red Mage 2, Onion Knight 2, but Warrior, Monk, White, and Black Mage at 1. So yes, if you want to get everyone, if you want to technically get 100% of this game by, like, getting everyone's job level up to 99, good luck. Okay, I'm still missing 2 items out and about in this world. I'm missing more than just 2 items in this world, I'm gonna say that right now. I'm missing 2 items in this town, but then again, we haven't explored everything. If you are going for 100%, at least for, like, the PC, there is an achievement for finding all of the hidden items, as well as getting all the chests. However, I will say that there are some items and some chests that can only be obtained once, so if you missed out on it, you're not going to be able to do it on that playthrough. So, just keep that in mind. Okay, actually, before I do anything else, let's go to Magic. Paul, you can learn Cure, and yeah, just like John, you can get 5 levels of that. Do we get anything else? No. Oh, also, if you go to your items and you actually select them, you can actually see who can use said items. So, yeah. The Onion Knight could also use a longsword, not just a warrior. The knife can be used by, yeah. There will be more classes as we go on, but they don't show us these classes until we actually unlock them. So, a little bit of a spoiler. Also, sort your items every so often. You can have it set to be items priority, weapon priority, or armor priority. The issue is that you always have to redo this, so whenever I get a new item, I'm gonna have to go through the list and find out, oh, sort them if I so wish. You there! What can I do for you? Poisoner. Removes poison. I think I'd rather have... To be honest, I probably would rather both of my characters having Cure, but... What can I do for you? With a shield? Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not planning on buying shields ever. That being said, leather armor doesn't sound too bad. Leather caps. Okay, I'll buy one of those. I'll buy 2 of you. And don't forget to equip your characters, because it doesn't just get equipped automatically. And I don't suppose you have anything for me, do you? Well, you get a dagger. You get a staff, which I want to say is mostly just for mages. We could go for a bow, though. By getting a bow and an arrow, we only need 1. We could put our red mages in the back. Issue being that they're not going to be as... They won't be as strong. What is the knife? The knife is at least 8. That's 8/16. You know what? Why not? I don't have anything really going on right now, so why not give it a shot? Oop. We got to equip. So, bow and arrow. Yeah, he went from 13 compared to 17, but it is what it is. Again, it's gives him the advantage of being to attack from the back row without any real... Without as much worry about being harmed. There's an inn here. I'm not going to worry about the inn. I'll go inside, see if there's any hidden items. There might be. Where... Are you heading on a journey? Well, you should rest up. I will think about it. Oh, there we go. Potion. Nothing. Oh, I'm a dancer, can't you tell? Want to see me dance? Woo! Oh, I didn't know. He's actually pretty good with the piano. Good for him. Big old boulder up blocking the valley. So you can't get back the cannon. Nothing left to do but to drink my worries away. Hey, you look like you can play the piano. Give us a tune. I already did. Okay, I'm still missing one item to be found out about somewhere. Here it is, potion. I keep doing that. I have a bad habit of doing that. 8 out of 8, 6 out of 6, so we're good for all the hidden items. Wait, don't tell me. I bet I can guess your specialties. Hang on. Red mage, Roy, and monk. How did I do? Ow, 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 ow! Well, thankfully my screaming in pain didn't wake those guys up. Anyways, let's actually just try and get a little bit of a move on. The Elder waits for you inside. It seems Das sensed what befell you all. He always did have a strong connection to the spirit world.
Yes, the spirits have told me exactly what befell you. Now, go speak with Elder Toba. I believe he has some words of wisdom for you.
It's Topa, the Elder who raised the 4 orphans. Topa, we...
I know. I know. Think that you 4 would be chosen by the light. John, Paul, George, and Ringo. You must undertake that such a meeting was no mere chance. The crystal willed you to it. Such is its power. Your souls have been touched by light. You cannot let the strengths you've been granted go to waste. You must depart at once and seal away the powers of darkness.
It's Nina, a motherly figure to the 4 orphans. Take care on your journey. You know how I worry about you, Sal. It's Homak, one of the town elders. In order to understand the power that you've been granted by the crystals, you need to be true to your heart. So apparently we have a destiny behind us. Health and magic restored, thank you very much. No need for an end for that. And the other side actually brings characters that have fallen back to life. Not that it was needed, but hey, we got it. And alright. I could end things off here for right now, but there's a few things I actually want to talk about. Now that we're outside, there are 3 creatures that can actually be found out here in the overworld that are not just goblins. There are 3 new enemies for us to find out here. I would like to try and find them before we end things off and enter the next town, which is just right down there. So I'll be back in a minute to hopefully find them. Or if something interesting happens. Also, I should show off the bow. Oh, here we go. We got Berserkers. Enemy number 7 on the bestiary. Yeah, you can see the difference. John only took 5 compared to Paul taking like 12. That being said, I want to say there is a range to your attacks and enemy attacks. But yeah, it's just nice to be able to see the difference in actual damage being dealt. Also, bows deal the same damage in the front row as they do in the back row. Oh, and here we go, the last 2. Enemy number 5, the Killer Bee, and enemy number 6, the Werewolf. Oh, and Paul got poisoned. If we're poisoned, it actually could have been a little bit handy. But, okay. I'm just gonna head back to town, and next time, we'll be moving on to, well, the next town. Paul, get yourself cured up a little bit. So I will see you, well, I'll see you outside the town. So, see you there. Ow, 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 ow! Dang it.